Okay, so we have decided to build a house and we're going to film the whole thing and post it on YouTube from the beginning to the end. We decided to go with Summertown Metals, which is probably about 60 miles from us to the west. They're they do agricultural buildings, barndominiums, things like that. We've been looking for a long time to build out here, but our biggest holdup was always finding a general contractor to do the work. So in the last month or two, I think probably 2 or 3 months ago, Summertown Metals posted on their website that they do turnkey prices. So that kind of sold it for us because we knew what we were getting into it for, and we could sign a contract for that and we can move out and not have a ton of surprises. So we decided to pick something, because it's just 3 of us in our family, something small that we could all do. Small as in about 1,600 square feet. It's the second smallest barndominium they had on their website. It's called the Huntley, and we're getting it as is. The only thing that I say we're getting it as is, but we did add one small thing. We added an 8 by 20 back porch on the back, quoted at $36 a square foot for that addition. So the turnkey price that we signed contract for was right at $226,000. So if you're interested in seeing the house that we're building, you can go to the website. We'll post a link where you can see the floor plan, exactly how many square feet it is, and see if it's something you're interested in. They have a lot of other options to choose from in case you're interested in Summertown Metals doing yours. So I want to talk a little bit about the Perc site, because that was a big thing for us. If you've watched our other videos about how we came about even having a Christmas tree farm, if you haven't, you need to check this video out right here, because it'll give you a lot of background about how we came about doing any of this. So when we first bought the property, you couldn't even walk around the property. So when we had a soil scientist come in and do a Perc site, try to find us one, they originally looked behind us, which is down kind of on the lower part of the property, because it was the only way to get into the property through a trail. There wasn't a Perc site there. So I ended up calling him back and seeing if he could come back and find another spot. Well, he did, he came in, but I think everything was so grown up and I wasn't here at the time that the area he gave us was just this small spot that at the time I had no idea really how big it was. So that, because it was a soil scientist here in Tennessee, it actually got added to our survey, which you can see a little picture of. Hopefully right here we can get it posted. And you can see the Perc area that we had. Originally, before we had cleared everything out, we thought we were gonna put a house down further down the hill, and we had our septic permit drawn up to do that. We were kind of on the fence on whether it was gonna be a house or a little cabin. We didn't really know. And so that septic permit required us to have a pump septic that, after getting multiple quotes, was gonna be very expensive. I think $10,000 to $11,000 is what we were quoted for this system, and it was just for a 2-bedroom septic system. So after we cleared more land, we realized that the Perc site was bigger than what we had thought. And so we figured that we may be able to shift the house up the hill in order to get a gravity-fed septic system, which would save us a lot of money, so we thought. And it still may, because we don't really know. As of right now, I was able to get the state inspector to come out here and concur with us that we can move the house back and do a gravity feed. But unfortunately, because we don't have a lot of dirt on the property, extra dirt and hills, we're gonna have to bring in a bunch of dirt. Right now we're thinking about 25 loads, so we'll see exactly what it turns out to be. So we're kind of gaining we're kind of saving on not having the pump, but we're replacing that money with dirt to raise the house up. But in the grand scheme of things, I would rather have a gravity flow septic system, spend the money once on the dirt, get the house up a little bit, and then be good forever, because I know the pump's gonna fail eventually. For financing reasons, the plan as of right now is a construction loan, which we have, and my plan is to do a VA loan at the end. So we'll see how that works out for any veterans out there who are thinking about building a new construction house and then getting a VA loan. All right, so I'm gonna cut some of these trees down. We got 2 up here and then 1 here. I cut these down a couple weeks ago, but you can kind of see the lay of the land. It goes uphill, and our Perc site came down all the way down. I wanna say it's somewhere down in here, but then it comes all the way back kind of where Sheba is, and goes all the way back in the woods there. So our goal was to shift the house as far this way as we can, which is where you see the white post, get the dirt up, which is gonna be about 3 feet probably, while it's all said and done, because the lowest corner is here. And then that will level the house off here so that we can run our septic gravity fed down that way. So let me cut some of these trees down so it's less work for the guys to come in here and prep the pad, maybe save a couple dollars. Whew. All right. So 4 trees cut down in places where the pads are going to be. Next thing is guys are going to come out and scrape some topsoil. So it's hot, but we got it done. All right, let's talk about the financials here. So our max budget was $275,000. So the Huntley home with turnkey and our upgrades came in at $237,000. Our back porch added an additional $5,760, and you can see the other upgrades that we did here, but none of them were too big. The shop came in just under $30,000, and we decided to do an insulation upgrade for that for an additional $2,000, bringing our total to $269,127. What's not included in our loan is the septic system that we're budgeting plus or minus $10,000 for, and our pads for both the house and the shop. We're guessing right about $8,500, considering $200 a load of fill dirt and 2.5 days of prep. We've already cleared our land. We brought water to the property last year. We have power at the property, and we've already done our driveway. So those are done. Some unknowns or risk is what's it going to cost to get power actually to the house, water to the house, what additional landscaping are we going to have to do, and is there anything else that we're not thinking about? If you can think of other things that we're not thinking about that we can add to this list, please comment below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe because it helps us grow our business as we grow your trees.